How to make $1 million in real estate. Who's on your team? And how are they making you 7 figures? So Peter, in real estate investing, everyone talks about building that dream team. So in this video, we're going to be talking about building a dream team and how you can make 7 figures in less than 3 years using a dream team. So when it comes to real estate, as a realtor, my dream team is a whole long list of people. It can be anyone from home inspector, mortgage brokers, a lawyer, or a photographer, etc., etc., etc. Because when I work with my clients, I say, hey, you need a photographer. Well, I got somebody. Oh, you need a mortgage broker? I work very closely with my mortgage broker. Talk to this person. And then the list goes on and on. Basically, I help my clients know that if they don't have a dream team, I've got one. So I've got them covered. Mm-hmm. But what about you, Peter?
Well, absolutely. You have to have the people to help you grow because you're not going to know everything, right? And that's expected from an investor or from a first-time investor. Mm. But even veterans in the real estate industry, we rely on our team. We rely very much on our team. As a matter of fact, when I buy real estate, I make sure that I consult with a professional. I consult with a mortgage broker and what I can qualify for. I talk to the banks. As a matter of fact, prior to even, in a lot of my commercial dealings, I actually talk to the bank. They're the first person I talk to because that allows me to know what their criteria is, what they're looking for. Because they also have appetites in terms of what their bank is doing, what they're promoting, what their favor of the month is. I want to make sure I fit in. And that allows me to build my portfolio a lot easier, right? By building that type of quality assets. Mm-hmm. So in residential, I know, I've called Gary on a number of different occasions going, hey, what do you think? Right? Or you've been looking at stuff for me. That's right. But at the same time, I look for, advice from the mortgage broker. What's going to happen? Do I need to qualify a lot earlier? And so I bring together that team of professionals to work with my investors, right? So it's a turnkey impact.
Don't forget your accountant, your lawyer.
Absolutely. How to structure your property, how to structure your holdings. You need to have that, how your accounting plays a role, how your legalities work.
Yeah, tax work and
hey, tax, that's your silent partner. The government is your silent partner. You want to make sure that you're taken care of, and you want to make sure that you are efficient in how you deal with your property, your portfolio, whether it's in stocks, bonds, real estate, or whether it's going to be investing in business. You want to make sure that you're protected and that you're minimizing risk for the maximum return. And that's how you bring together that whole team. Bring together that team for your your passive wealth and your 7-figure income.
So why do people not build a dream team?
Well, because they look at fees. I mean, here's one thing. Let's open this can of worms. I'm sure a lot of people called you and go, what are you charging? I want to hire you to market my property or help me buy, but I perhaps want a bit of that cut back, or perhaps I want to reduce the fee. Oh, how do you deal with that?
Well, basically, I don't kick back. I don't do any discount.
Why not?
Because I know my value.
Come on, I'm cheap.
Yeah, but I know my value, and then I don't lower myself. I don't compare myself with those who do kickback. Not saying they're worse than I am. They're just at a different level and in a different. They do their business differently. So I think you pay for what you get. So when I pay for things, I pay for a premium. I pay a premium because I really believe in the services that I pay for.
Well, you have to, right?
Yeah.
So that's part of my criteria. If people are significantly discounting themselves, then I wonder how good a job they're doing. That's right. So the team that I surround myself, I want to make sure they're successful. They're already proven track record. Right. But at the same time, I want to make sure that they can add value to my business. I can make a call, understand their point of view. So appraisers are a part of my team. Banks are a part of my team. Mortgage brokers are part of my team. Mm-hmm. I want to make sure that the measure master is part of my team. Yeah. I want to make sure they can measure my property very quick to ensure that I'm buying the square footage that I am. Of course, as a matter of fact, my team could include real estate consultants in different areas, commercial, residential. Those are the people that I surround myself with to get the market update. So I update myself constantly, what's happening with the market, keep my eyes and ears to the ground so I can actually feel the impact of what's shifting. What is now the next thing? Or vice versa, what type of properties are being marketed and what type of projects are being launched, or what type of secondary market is available.
So for someone just getting started, who would you recommend as the prime Dream Team members? Just the first group
I would
of
say
members?
the quarterback of my business.
Yeah.
My quarterback is my accountant, right? My accountant and my lawyer are my quarterbacks in my business.
Yeah.
So I don't treat real estate investing as a hobby. I treat that as my career. I treat that as my investment career. Because it's such a substantial part of my my net worth, I want to make sure that I structure my business holdings correctly. So I speak to my accountants and lawyers when I want to buy a property. Where do I want to put this? Do I want to put this in a holding company? Do I want to buy this personally? Then I talk to the mortgage brokers what I can qualify for if I want to buy something.
Lawyer and mortgage broker?
Absolutely. Okay. It's not one or the other. It's speaking to all these people, right? And knowing what to do. So mortgage brokers are going to be able to tell me and allow me to understand what I can qualify for, what type of properties I can buy. Then, of course, I give the criteria to my real estate consultant to identify what properties, what areas, what is in demand of that area, what type of yield I can get, what type of cap rate in the commercial world I can get. Those are important things. But these are my 4 or 5 people that are part of my core business.
And what do most people have as their dream team currently?
Well, most people don't have a dream team.
Yeah, I think they just have their realtor and maybe they have a mortgage broker. I can't tell you how many times I've spoken to clients and they never spoken to a mortgage broker ever.
Well, you need to change that because you don't become financially wealthy on your own, right? It's lonely at the top.
It is.
I would say make sure that you surround yourself with people that are good and interview the right people. Interview the people who are going to help you, right? Because they're not going to be investing for the one time. If they give you the right advice and do the right job with integrity and with high ethics, those are the people that you want part of your team for the long term, right? Because investing is not a one-time thing. It's a long-term thing. It's something that you do again and again and again. So you want to make sure that these people understand, have the time to listen to you, what you want, what you're trying to achieve.
And most of these professionals on the dream team, they don't charge you just giving them a call.
Well, you want to make sure you value their time because the guys that are good, they interview their clients, right? So I know that in some cases, I talk to some great professionals and they actually want to make sure that I qualify for them.
Yes.
But those are the people I want to make sure I work with because those are the ones with advice, strong opinions about what they see. And I want to make sure that I'm aligned to them, right? So if Gary's doing commercial real estate, he likes a certain area, I go, well, you know what? Why? Why do I do it? I challenge them. I want to identify why they believe in a certain area. Why do you believe in 2-bedroom? Gary, you talked about, Richmond. I think Richmond's going to sink. Mm-hmm. I don't believe in that. So why do you believe in that? Mm-hmm. So I want to understand their perspective on why these categories or these sectors of real estate is going to grow. And from there, if my vision is aligned, right, then this is the right guy for me. I'm not saying don't, impact yourself on every level, what you can do. Mm-hmm. I'm just simply saying, listen to what they've got to say. Let them listen to what your views are, where you want to be investing, how you want to be investing. Is it long term? Is it a flip? Is it short term? Identify your goals.
You brought up some good points because sometimes how you know if they're good or not. Are they asking you just simple questions or are they asking your long-term, short-term, mid-term goals? Or are they like a mortgage professional is like, oh, you want to borrow money? Okay, you're going to qualify for this much. Or are they like, why? Why are you doing it? What are you doing it for? What's your goals? Do they really care about your long-term success? So I would recommend my clients to speak to individuals if they don't choose the dream team that I provide and they want to go out and find their own. I'm fine with that. My dream team is not the only dream team out there, but I definitely recommend talk to those individuals, those professionals, and find out whether they really care. Ask the questions, and like you said, the people at the top, they qualify. They don't just work with everyone. Same here. I don't work with every client who comes to me. I ask them questions, and I see if they really want to work with me or not. I meet them at my office, and if they never talk to me ever again, then I know, okay, they don't really want to work with me. And I never chase them or anything like that.
Absolutely. There's a few things I want to make sure you guys take away, right? Have those people interviewed way before you're looking, right? Because you want to make sure your team is growing with you, right? You want to make sure that these people are prepared to help you execute, right? If you want to pull the trigger, you want to make sure that they're ready. So your mortgage broker, don't surprise them. Tell them, hey, I'm looking, right? Who should I be working with, Gary? You know, can I meet with them? Can I have a phone conversation with them way before you're looking? That allows you to know a little bit about the market, have your ears to the ground. In the commercial side, I would say read the appraisal. When you do an appraisal, usually there involves an environmental and it usually involves a appraisal. Make sure you read that. You know, a lot of times you pay a lot of money to get that document done. Make sure you read those, right? Same thing as strata documents. This is where from the basis of a residential side, you want to make sure that your realtor, your real estate consultant or whatnot is reading the strata documents, because there's a lot of hidden gems sometimes
I
in that
always
too.
read my strata documents, but I always recommend that at the end of the day, the buyer has to read the strata documents, because at the end of the day, if anything hits the fan, if people show up at court and the judge is like, okay, Mr. Buyer, so you bought this property and your realtor told you to read the strata documents. Did you read them? And if you say no, you're going to look very unfavorable to the judge.
It's imperative, right?
Yeah.
I can't emphasize that enough. Make sure that you know what you're buying. Whether it's commercial, residential, make sure that you have the team in place, but ultimately, nobody cares about your money more than you.
So once again, if you have questions on building a dream team and you want to get answers, feel free to reach out. Let us know how we can help you. Our contact information is in the description below. Stay tuned, we have more videos on real estate investing, building a dream team, and more on wealth and money. I know you're watching my videos to learn about real estate. So guess what? This is my #1 best-selling book, the book on Vancouver real estate. It's got insider secrets on how to buy, sell, and invest in real estate. Don't be misled by the title. The universal principles within here can be used anywhere. It retails on Amazon for $24.95, but since you've been watching my videos for some time, I'll tell you what. Click on the link in the description below and I'll send you a copy absolutely free. Now, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and go watch these other videos.